Hey guys, this is Tiger with Nash's Pop Shop. Today we're cracking 2 tag slabs. These are pretty pricey, so hopefully I don't break them. This is what we're using to crack them. This is my first time cracking a tag slab. I usually crack PSA slabs pretty easy, so we'll see how this thing goes. The reason I'm cracking this one is because this Charizard has barely a corner of like whitening here on this little corner. You can barely see it. You have to really zoom in a microscope to see it, so it's really hard. So I think if I send it to PSA, I think I'm getting a PSA 10 on this one. If not, that sucks, but it is worth a try just because this card is an $800 card, and right now it's basically $250. And this other one apparently has a dent on the top right corner, and I am not really able to see it, to be honest. It shows in the report, and even when you zoom in, it's not really noticeable. So even with their pictures and the scan that they show a tag, is not really noticeable. So I'm hoping I can crack it and either send it to someone to get it fixed if they can actually work on it, or just send it to PSA and see if I can get a 10. Because this card in a 10, it's worth $1,000, and right now it's just worth like maybe 180 at most. So anyways, we're gonna give it a try. Let's take a look and see how it goes. So I'm going to start with the Pikachu, because this one's the least expensive one. Let's see. So this one, so tag slabs are kind of sealed right here in the back, and you can feel it. And I watched a couple videos on how people do it. Basically, you work around this edge and crack it all the way, and then you can just basically just go like that gently. But I don't know, these slabs, to be honest, they feel pretty heavy, so we'll see how this goes. But this can definitely end horrible or be just super simple. Let's see. So I chop that part. Maybe I should start from the middle. Okay, so I cut that. This is actually not so far so good. Let's see. Ooh, everything's flying. Let's see, we're gonna crack this other corner. Oof. Oof. This one's actually pretty hard in that corner, so I'm just gonna keep working on this side now and see how it goes. It's actually pretty hard, but we have to give it a try and see if it works. Let's see. So I'm just trying to go around the edges, but oh, there you go. Nice. So that works. There you go. So we'll see how this works. Oof. So I just trimmed this whole part, but it's still gonna be tough. Let's see. Maybe if I put it here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I cut that part already. Let's see if I can cut the corner. Damn, this is actually pretty hard. Let's see. There's a bunch of pieces of this plastic just flying everywhere. Let's see. I do have other tools here that I might try. Let's see where they're at. So I usually use these ones on the corners, so I'm gonna try it here. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, to be honest, I could have maybe gone like this with this one. Damn, everything is flying. It's like I'm breaking the whole edge, but As you can see, it's still sealed there. So, I mean, I'm just gonna keep working on it and see how it goes. Whoa. That was crazy. Look at this big piece that just flew. This actually getting pretty tough. Let's see. Obviously, you're trying not to like damage the part. But you can see here, let me show. Here I already cracked a little piece of the top. So this is gonna start opening. Yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna take my time and keep going around it. But that's basically what you wanna see here. Nice. So here's another piece that broke, and there's like a little bit of air here. So I'm just gonna keep working through those corners. But yeah, this is definitely like a lot harder than PSA slabs for sure. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to using this one and see how it works on this side. That was a big piece. Yeah. So every time I cut these little pieces, it's still showing this part that is like basically sealed. I don't know how they sealed this, to be honest, but I think as long as I can make this round and then crack here the corners, I can maybe lift it and then the card should come out. But it's easier said than done. So let's keep working around this part. Ooh. So there goes another chunk. There goes another piece. That was a big piece. See, and it cracked like here, and there's like a little opening, so I think I'm just gonna keep working around it and trying to see if we can just use a flat screwdriver and just lift it up from there. Because what you don't want to see is, oof, that was close. I was about to say, that's what you don't want to see, things cracking like that, because then you can damage the car. And lucky for us, it's still pretty good. So the only part missing is the bottom. So yeah, this is a big piece. Look, here you can see. But just the card is untouched. And I think where I went wrong in this little corner is like I went like that and lifted it a little bit. I think you have to be really like basically straight when you're doing this here. So let's start on this side. I'll try this one too again. Yeah, these things are hard to like go like that, but I don't want to like bend it and damage the card. So now I'm gonna go back to these other ones and try to cut more pieces here from the side. So we can lift up. See how like I try to cut it and then it broke on this side. So that's actually not good. But let's try and do this. Let's see. Trying to look for an opening. Yeah, so here's the opening. See how I went like this? And technically, I can keep lifting it just gently. And there you go. We just cracked it. And there's nothing wrong with the car. Yeah, everything's pretty clean. And I see now with the lighting here, the little corner, there's a small dent that you can barely see. It's like really hard to see, but I think this one's one of those that I can maybe send to someone that works on cards and maybe get it fixed, because that seems like something that is really fixable. And I'm not sure how much people really charge, to be honest, but it is worth trying to fix it and send it to PSA for a PSA 10. Because if that, like I said earlier in the video, if that gets a 10, then that's $1,000 card. So anyways, whew, I feel like a surgeon. But here's this card already cracked. Need a top loader. So here's a top loader. And like, you have to keep in mind that this card was an 8.5, so 8.5 is not something that people are trying to buy. People will buy a 9 but not an 8.5, so technically you can also just sell this raw and get probably a better price. But here's the tag slab. So I think this was pretty good actually so far, for it being the first card, excuse me, that I cracked. Here's all the pieces on the right. So now we're gonna move on to a more expensive card. These shards are from Paldean Fates. This one got a 9. Everything's perfect, but there's like a little bit of whitening in this corner, so it's like barely noticeable. So we're gonna give it a try, and I'm going to basically follow the same method and crack the sides and then just try to lift it the same way. See, like, even when I do that, to be honest, when I grab it like that with this tool and move it, it seems like the seal just like opens a little bit. So I might just try to keep working it like that without breaking the pieces, just to test it. Oh, never mind. I guess this one just broke, but it's still clean. As long as we don't crack anything like this, then we should be fine. So let's keep working around there. But yeah, basically with these things you have to be a surgeon, sort of. Because one little detail that you don't get right, and imagine this being a $1,000 card actually, or more, that'll be horrible. Let's see. So I'm gonna keep working around this part. Like there I can hear it, but I mean I don't want to like just snap it like that. But these little pieces, like, these are pretty nice. And you can still see here like the seal, but I feel like once you get to the edges, you cut the corner, especially the top, because the bottom, as you can see, is the closest part to the card. So like if you do it at the top, your risk is a lot less. So I guess I shouldn't worry about the bottom, to be honest. You just continue with the top, and then hopefully this one's as clean as the other one. Well, see how this actually opens? Look, let me show you. That is crazy. That is just like that simple in a way. So I'm just gonna keep working the side. And I'll do the same on this side. Whew. cut another piece. I'm just gonna keep working around the another piece. So we're getting there. When I was at I went to Home Depot to get this because I saw someone on TikTok and on YouTube using this once around it just like I'm doing it, and that seemed just like the safest way. And I was worried that the people that are there asking you for help were gonna ask me what I wanted this for, because I was like, how do I tell them I'm just cracking a Pokemon card? But we're getting there on this one. There, nice. Whew. There you go. When you grab a big piece of chunk, it's a lot harder to cut it. So that's what I'm realizing as I'm doing this. So I'm trying to go in like slower, smaller chunks, and then just break like that. And then now I'm basically gonna use the corners with this other one. It's just like any plier that most people have. And do the same thing here in the corner. And then here, as you can see, this little corner is already open. So there's my opening. It's still not perfect, but I'm gonna try to work it already. Let's see. Seems like it needs more work. See, you see how I did it here again? There's an opening. Let me move this out of the way. So many pieces of shattered glass. So basically, here's the opening. And just like that, and you can either slide it if you wanted to. You wanted to just slide the card, you can. And just like that, there she is. And just like that, the card is clean. Yeah, this top left corner, like they gave me the whitening off, like you can barely see it. It seems like it's just a cut from the Pokemon factory. So this card is perfect. I mean, not for tag obviously, but it is perfect for me, so hopefully it's perfect for PSA as well. Whew, let me get another top loader, but basically that's how you should crack tag 9 cards, or anything that you want to just put on your binder. So here's the Charizard and here's the Pikachu. So anyways, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you guys the first time I'm cracking tag slabs, because I might send some more, so I just wanted to get some experience and be able to break some of this, because I saw a lot of videos online and people were saying that it was really hard, but to be honest, this was actually not as bad as I thought. I thought it was just gonna crack and shatter everywhere. But as you can see, if you cut, see, and that's funny, even this, I just put it on top and it kind of like sealed back together. But it's basically just like this. So like, oh, that's the last one. But yeah, these are basically, you crack the sides, then you can just lift it, and it's like pretty simple actually. It's not too bad. So anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one.